Alright. I'm just doing a video. I just got done trolling fucking Ocean Beach with the Coconut Tree song, which I find it funny just because, you know, we had this No Kings protest yesterday. And, I mean, I might as well fucking give them a little bit of grief. These fucking losers. I mean, honestly, most of them are boomers. Most of them don't even know what the fuck they're even protesting. They can't name policies that they actually disagree with. I mean, what's hilarious to me is when this is all said and done, I am going to be willing to bet that fucking because Obama got to fucking deport as many illegals as humanly possible, with zero media attention because they just didn't care to weaponize the media against Obama because he was a Democrat. You know what I mean? Like, it is very strange that whoever's in charge, there's like literally one standalone news organization that's still part of the legacy media, and they're more popular than ever now because the fucking leftist media is a bunch of dipshits that lie to people. They want to fucking push the anti-gun narrative. Like, you got the Communist News Network who fucking literally tries to insult people's intelligence on a daily basis. They try to spin things, create their own fucking narratives. They try to pretend like things that are hypocritical on the right they're the biggest hypocrites I've ever met on the fucking planet. These people are calling essentially for political violence, yet fucking wanting to get rid of everyone's guns. Makes a lot of sense, right? Like why would people give up their shit when you fucking leftist losers are so fucking violent when you don't get your way? You throw literal temper tantrums, and the rest of us have had to put up with it. We've been turning the other cheek for a long time. You guys are lucky that we live in a Christian nation, and the side you're going against is mostly Christians. Leftist losers don't have anything backstopping anything aside their morality. They think that they can fucking use their ego and their smarts. That's why you get all these fucking dumb college students who've never done a fucking thing in their whole entire life who are so fucking opinionated about everything. And it's because they've been fed bullshit about our public education system. It's not even fucking good. They don't teach you how to think at all. The critical thinking crap is just completely out the window. That's not even a thing. There's no nuance to anything anymore. Everything's just a black and white issue. Like this whole thing with Hassan Piker and the fucking e-collar. Motherfucker, I use an e-collar. But guess what? I can tell you an instance of where I used it, when I used it, and I'm not a little bitch who has to fucking take prongs off and fucking tape my shit over. Yeah, I had a couple American Akitas, and they have high prey drive. Now, I've never used the fucking shock collar as far as just walking my dog. Maybe the beep function, because the beep is an audio thing, but the dog should be reacting to your voice commands without you using a beep, vibrate, or electrical stimulation or shock collar, or shocks, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, I really don't give a fuck. You can call it shocking it, you can call it stimulation. I use this fucking chirp thing on the back of my neck that shocks the shit out of me just for fun. So it's not hurting or killing the dog, really. The thing is, though, is if you set it to a way too high setting, it can really hurt. It can really, it can actually fucking start damaging the skin and whatnot. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Can't go, I guess. It's fucking stoplight. But yeah, like, that is for extreme corrections only, in my opinion, is the e-collar, the E function. Fuck it. Okay, whatever. And, yeah, I had an instance where, and I didn't even use my e-collar right away, by the way, for this. I had, my Akita Luna, when I had to leave Ari because they were both going at it, we spotted a coyote at Como Park, which is a huge fucking park in Minnesota. And, we kind of started walking towards it just a little bit, and then as soon as like we took 2 or 3 more steps, it took off, and Luna just took off. Like, I guess I could have probably used the e-collar right there and then to stop her, right dead in her tracks, but I kind of was curious to see how this would play out as far as her just chasing it, and then if anything gets crazy, I'll fucking, she's either going to kill the fucking coyote or I'm going to call her off. Because coyotes are considered pests in Minnesota. You can hunt them year round. And the thing is, though, is I just wanted my dog to chase her off, the coyote. So I did use the e-collar, but even then, I used the vibration feature because I was worried that, you know, coyotes are really smart. They'll play games with your ass. Like, and sure enough, this coyote did exactly that. I used the vibration function to call her back. but I was very careful not to keep reusing it over and over again because I wanted her to be able to keep an eye on the coyote so it's not nipping at her heels and causes her to get injured. So, but sure enough, you know, it was actually really interesting watching them run though, because like Luna is so fucking fast. I couldn't even understand it. Like, she was only 9 months old at the time, and she was just gaining on this coyote like nothing. But the coyote was experienced and fucking went through a group of pine trees that were covered in snow and just hung a hard right, and lost her for like a second. But Luna was on her fucking ass immediately after that. Like, I saw her just boom right through those little groups of trees, and immediately she was like looking off to her right, almost like a fighter pilot, like right at the coyote. Like, she didn't really slow down that much. She just did she cut a corner and just did a tight circle, and it was right back on again. And you know, I had to call her back because she was really fucking close to catching the thing. So but sure enough, like after she started running about 100 meters back towards me, I heard some fucking like growling because the thing was trying to nip at her heels. So she turned around again to face off at it. And that would just be like one instance where you use an e-collar, because, you know, dogs like that, they have really high prey drive. His dog, I wouldn't really have to worry about him running after fucking much. Maybe like a cat or a fucking squirrel or some shit, but that dog's not running his type of dog is not running after coyotes full blown. It wouldn't even come close to catching it. He has a fat, overweight dog that is being neglected and sitting for hours and hours and hours and not fucking moving. And because everyone's so nice and everyone else spoils the dog is spoiled overall to this fucking narcissistic piece of shit. That's the problem with narcissists too, is they never take any accountability or even admit what they fucking did. They just, you know, cut shit off, fucking throw a goddamn some tape over it, and then go like, look, see, her collar, it's shock only, or it's vibration only. And yeah, as a veteran, some guy who loves dogs, who you're literally just this dude is just fucking a control freak. All you're doing is fucking, like, the second it fucking moves anywhere outside of, like, what you want. Also, he was, like, ranting and raving about how he hated America. So it's, like, obviously he's just taking his frustrations out on the dog. Yeah. That's somebody who doesn't want to really spend the time actually hanging out with his dog. That's not a companion of his. It's just a prop, a thing that is there to be told what to do and listen. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, like, the dog probably has a better life than most people that will live a 9-to-5, go away all fucking day, and then come back. I'm not gonna lie about that, because guess what? Like, at least he's with his owner. As much as that dog probably fucking doesn't like all that shit, it's still probably a good dog, still loves Hassan, unfortunately. But it's kind of sad that, like, Hitler treated fucking dogs better than this fucking guy. You know what I mean? That's like fucking, that's just funny to me. You got this guy fucking literally trying to be, he's supposed to be the fucking moral compass of the left. Meanwhile, he's talking about fucking seeing capitalist blood in the streets, people's guts hanging out. This guy has no fucking idea what he's doing. Like, he might fucking reap what he sows. You might find somebody who actually doesn't mind going to work with a knife and gutting his motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, that's what he's, the kind of karma he's inviting. And, yeah, I like trolling the left a little bit. They're a bunch of fucking pussies. Most of them have never fucking ever gotten in a fight, much less ever won a fight in their whole entire life. So these guys are all just trying to impress these fucking bullshit, like, these fucking ugly, fat women. There's so many fucking simps on the left, it's not even funny. And, I mean, men, we tend to actually be more independent thinkers. We don't tend to fucking go along with the whole groupthink thing. On your left. And also, I think it's just it's time again for rugged individualism. Like, if you do not stand up for individual rights, you do not stand up for minority rights. There's no way you can. There's just no way you can. It's absolutely not possible. If you can't stand up for individual rights, you don't stand up for any group by default. And, I mean, honestly, it just means that you're picking your favorite group, and that's who you're going to help. Whether it's tribalism, Neanderthalism, I call it almost, like, you look at a person and the color of their skin, and that's, like, how you're going to relate to them. Oh, I'm going to be friends with that person because he looks like me or some shit. It's ego, it's narcissism. And unfortunately, America produces a lot of narcissists, especially on the left, because they don't have God, because they don't have really anything. So their ego is what they feed. They're not fucking praying. They're not whatever. And I don't believe in God. I'm not praying either. But I also was raised in a church. I wish I believed in God. I just can't get with any of it. Anything that has to do with the three religions is just not okay in my book. I mean, it's all people trying to control each other too. Like the religious right tries to control people, just like the fucking woke left does. That's another thing that's really unfortunate, is that like the people in the middle are really stuck. Like the swing voters are the ones that decide the elections in this country, and they have to hold their nose and vote for either way. They're holding their nose to vote. And I'm glad Trump won. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat that for shit, because if he didn't win, there would be no peace deal in the Middle East. We'd probably be fucking in World War III right now, and Kamala would be in the process of gun confiscation, because she said after 6 months, if Congress doesn't get their act together, she is going to use executive action. And then they fucking sit here and turn around and tell Trump he's a king or a dictator. You can't make this shit up. The left is literally every fucking thing that you would accuse the right of doing. They use race to try to curry favor. They use sex to try to curry favor. They use a lot of this bullshit. I will never see a fucking leftist loser ever stand up for veterans and our gun rights ever as hard as they fucking stand up for illegals who shouldn't even fucking be here in the first place. If we actually had laws that we were enforcing to begin with, this never would have occurred. And so it's like, look, you can sit here and blame Trump all you want, but maybe blame the fucking idiots that weren't enforcing the law. The left is so fucking about law and order when they're in charge, but they don't ever fucking protect our cities. They're not protecting our youth. They're actually indoctrinating our youth and making this whole entire country more dangerous. And luckily, I think that the American people are fairly resilient, that our education system isn't a complete and fucking utter failure, and that people can fucking use their own brains to figure things out. The problem, though, is that people will have to lose friends. You're going to have to find a new group of friends. I would recommend anybody that fucking buys a goddamn gun, go to the gun range and train often. You'll meet a good person. You'll make friends. Trust me on that. You know, go get a Onewheel. You'll fucking meet friends and make friends off of that too. Like, they're also like, just, you might have to learn how to fucking stand on your own 2 feet and become a stronger person for a while. That's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? But don't be like a bum like Asmongold, who just sits around and fucking he's like this narcissistic idiot that has the fucking morally right position on everything, at least he thinks he does, and then he just sits on his ass. So it's like it's easy to fucking have all the right opinions. I really think it is. It's just, and then practice nothing. Like, you're literally a disappointment to your fucking, like, you didn't give your fucking, you're not even passing your bloodline on. Like, you're like a panda that refused to fuck to save your own family or your own species. And that's how I look at men who don't have kids. Ugh, or don't even want them. That's another thing too. Is like, I hate kids, but I fucking want kids, because I'm gonna have kids that I'm gonna raise them to not be pieces of shit that I fucking hate. You know what I mean? That's like most of the fucking people that get raised nowadays are just they're dumb, and they just fucking inherit their parents' beliefs. I would really hope that my daughter figures it out on her own. I really don't give a fuck. I hope she doesn't become a fucking libtard. That's for goddamn sure. But, you know, I have zero control over that at this point. And, but growing up in San Francisco, it's a fucking gamble. Who knows what she'll do to fucking fit in with her peers, with these fucking loony leftist idiots. When you got the worst 8th grade reading level in the entire country, I think maybe you need to fucking make some changes, because clearly you're not. I mean, maybe that's what they want. Maybe it's by design. Maybe they want a dumbed down, docile, and disarmed population that pays their taxes and fucking shuts up. And, you know, anytime they don't get their way, we'll fucking go to bat for them. That's what they really want. And the thing that's funny is, I would call it the Nazi gun grumbling left is the fascist party. Fascists try to take guns. Fascists try to indoctrinate the youth with all this LGBTQ plus pedo shit. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, this country is going to be in for a rough ride if things keep going the way they're going. As far as the left, nobody on the right's really fucking doing anything fucked up. I haven't seen any real political violence starting up, which is a good thing. I think Charlie Kirk dying is actually preventing that, because he was not a violent person. You guys are lucky you killed somebody who would not want this country to get violent. If you guys killed Trump, some of y'all would be fucking dead. It's not a threat, it just is what it is. Like, if you kill a fucking president and you're a leftist, like, that's gonna basically give fucking a bunch of right-wingers permission to fucking take the gloves off. And the thing is I don't think y'all are gonna stop. You're not gonna stop calling him a fascist. You're not gonna stop calling him Hitler. I think y'all want to see this fucking happen because you guys are bored and want to fucking get off talking about it and wagging your finger at people. And be careful what you wish for, I would say. All right, have a good one, guys. Stay safe, stay free.